Today it will be a council that will have many different heavy issues on the table. We start with obviously a discussion on how to counter terrorism, not only in Europe but also in other parts of the world, being it the Mediterranean, being it Africa. I'm just having now, before we start, a meeting with the Secretary General of the Arab League, as the threat is not only the one we faced in Paris, but also spreading in many other parts of the world, starting from Muslim countries, and we need to strengthen our way of cooperating together, first of all with Arab countries, and then internally, interior ministers, foreign affairs ministers, and we'll have a discussion about that. We need to share information more, we need to cooperate more, also among member states on the security level, and we'll discuss that with the Commissioner Avramopoulos.
There are some ideas, as it was said, for discussions. I don't think that current modus operandi should be changed, current policy should be changed, or sanctions lifted. So there's no reason for that, no pretext even for that. The main thing what we'd like to see is political will from Russia to change something, because so far even ceasefire was used to better supply separatists and terrorist groups, and that was the reason why battles were again waged by the airport. So we see that there's no political will, there's no movement on the ground, so no reason to change policy.
Wir werden heute unter außenpolitischen Gesichtspunkten diskutieren, was zu tun ist, wo möglicherweise dichtere Austauschbeziehungen auch zu den Staaten der muslimischen Welt herrschen müssen. Dazu ist es gut, dass wir heute den Generalsekretär der Arabischen Liga hier haben, mit dem das sicherlich auch eine Rolle spielen wird.
Het gaat natuurlijk ten eerste om verdere intensivering van de Europese samenwerking intern, maar deze raad gaat natuurlijk ook vooral om de externe betrekkingen. Dat betekent dus dat we zullen gaan praten, althans wat Nederland betreft, opnieuw over het droogleggen van de financiering van groepen als ISIS. Het afknijpen van financieringsbronnen. En dan gaat het over zaken als olie en dergelijke. Maar het gaat ook over samenwerking met andere landen in de regio. Om te zorgen dat zo min mogelijk ook de effecten plaatsvinden die wij heel onprettig vinden in Europa. En daarnaast gaat het natuurlijk over het spreken in de crisisgebieden waar we het over hebben. Waar veel van de ellende ook vandaan komt, Syrië en Irak.
Oggi senz'altro ci sarà un'importante presa di posizione politica sul provvedimento più rilevante, che è quello che riguarda i passeggeri delle compagnie aeree. Io penso che in alcuni mesi la questione si sbloccherà nel Parlamento europeo. C'è un equilibrio delicato da trovare tra privacy e sicurezza, ma non c'è dubbio che oggi dobbiamo mettere al primo posto la sicurezza senza rinunciare alle libertà europee.
I think we should pursue any way to stabilizing the situation in Syria and Iraq. Any possible path that could lead to a solution should be pursued. But of course, we should not in any way legitimize what is going on from the regime in Syria. We should not give President Assad any opportunity to use this to advance his troops and his battle. But I welcome any possibility to solve the crisis. I think it is impossible to solve the problem of terrorism if we don't have solutions on the big conflicts in the Middle East.
We have very good cooperation with our partners across the Arab world in counterterrorism, and of course later this week we will be meeting as an ISIL coalition core group in London to review our progress so far in combating ISIL in Iraq and Syria and looking at the next stages. So we work very closely together with our Arab partners. The Muslim countries of the world are the ones who have suffered the greatest burden of terrorism, they will continue to be in the front line, and we have to work closely with them to protect both those countries and the European Union countries.
Donc ce qu'il faut faire, c'est continuer sur la Libye. On aura un débat sur la Libye, tout faire pour qu'il y ait des cessez-le-feu, des élections, et puis aussi donner une chance à l'état de droit en Libye, même si c'est très difficile. Ce qu'il faut faire aussi, c'est, à mon avis, aider l'Irak, qui est sur la bonne voie. Mais là où le bas blesse, évidemment, c'est sur la Syrie. Le Conseil de sécurité, et je peux le dire les 2 dernières années, a failli à sa tâche. Et moi je pense que uniquement le Conseil de sécurité pourrait prendre la décision adéquate pour trouver une solution, une issue en ce qui concerne la Syrie.
Meiner Meinung nach ist es notwendig, neben der Reaktion auf Russland auch eine Strategie als Europäische Union zu entwickeln, wie man langfristig das Verhältnis mit Russland wieder auf stabile Beine setzen kann. Und darum wird es in der heutigen Diskussion gehen.
I'm just back now from the Middle East, and one thing is clear for me, that I mean the main effort should be done by the Islamic country, and then Europe must help them in logistic and financial aid and so on. But I mean the main thrust of the burden will remain on the Islamic world.
The coordinated view across a range of issues throughout the European Union will deal with how we ensure that we can act towards a pre-radicalisation, to ensure that there isn't isolation in communities throughout Europe, that we reach out to minority groups, that we have a policy of integration and ensure that people can be dissuaded from engaging in the type of activity that we've seen in recent times.
I'm not sure that there are so many new or quick fixes to this problem. I think we have to continue on the 2 main tracks that we are, at least Sweden as a country, is following, and that is of course to assist with humanitarian help, but also work on the political solution, because that is what long term will provide stability and security in this region, and of course to address the root causes of terrorism and radicalization as well. So I think unfortunately we will just have to hold on to those ideas, and we will have to invest in what is also long term probably the best ways to meet this threat and this danger.